Hi guys, we are at the Mercedes-Benz India's center in Chakan, Pune, and we are here for a very special car. Well, not the S-Class, the Maybach or the Maybach S-Class, the Maybach of every car. This is the Maybach S-Class. This is the S580 that is produced in India, manufactured in India, and that's why will cost a lot lesser than S680 Maybach, which will be an imported CBU unit. So as we have both the cars with us, I'm gonna show you difference one by one, and you can see right there, grille is different. This is the Maybach grille. You can see the hood ornament is there on both the cars, but the hood is different. You can see this silver line running across the car, and it in a way bulges in the center. Looks great. The digital light is there on both the cars. If these alloy wheels look sexy to you, look at those crazy 20 inches Maybach alloy wheels. The Maybach badging, the forged silky ceramic feeling to it, the Mercedes badge, and gives a very retro feel. And that's what I think with the latest S-Class Maybach, Mercedes is trying to, in a way, combine retro with state-of-the-art tech and design. So the retro feeling we saw on the bonnet, you know, that bulge in the center of reminding us of the retro cars, continues on the side with these alloy wheels. Now, if you look at these cars, both of them parked together, they will look very similar to you, but there are a lot of differences also at the same time. Maybach badging on the C-pillar reminds you that you're in a Maybach. And this is not a dual-tone option, but if you have the dual-tone paint on the Maybach, that is exclusive to Maybach S-Class. You can't get it in S-Class, the normal version in India. Now the doors on both the cars would look similar from the outside, but it's from the inside, everything changes, the game changes. And I'm saying that because you can open the doors or shut the doors through gesture and through a button. Now on the rear, you have both the cars parked here, and you can see again Maybach badging, S580 badging. Indian unit again. The digital lights, the LED lights look very similar, and you can see those crystal elements on both the cars. So boots for both the cars are open, and you can see they have equal amount of space in both the vehicles. It's not that Maybach gets more space. Definitely has more feature set, more capable engines, but other than that, the space remains entirely the same. Yes, the seating comfort and other things inside change according to the model. S580 has different set of features. S680 has different set of features on the rear seat also. Now the only thing different on the rear is definitely the badging, but also the exhaust tips. If you notice, the Maybach has a line dividing the exhaust from the center, which is really nice and beautiful. Again, chrome line dividing it. On the S-Class, it's not there. So these are the few design differences that you see from the outside on the S-Class Maybach. So this is one of the many features that is differentiating the S-Class from the Maybach. Yes, doors that shut electrically. You don't have to move your limbs. You have to just press of a button, the door opens for you, press of a button, the door shuts for you. It's so easy, you get used to it, and you can open it as per your need. So if you keep it pressed, it'll keep opening. So if you think there's something that can come when the door is open, you can open it half or open it full way. That's up to you. So if you thought closing the doors with the press of a button were cool, so see this. Now other changes is definitely the kind of interior quality that has gone up the notch. You know, S-Class was anyways the epitome of luxury. Now it's for people who want more than that. So if S-Class was 10 out of 10, this is perhaps 11 out of 10 or 12 out of 10. Maybach has been around for 100 years. Yes, a century of making cars, making beautiful vehicles, technologically marveled vehicles. And after it coming with Mercedes, it's like the best of both worlds combining, you know, giving the utmost luxury, the best of everything, and even more, to be honest. So if we start with the changes that you will find from the S-Class, yes, a lot of changes, especially the underhood changes and all, but we are sitting at the rear seat and we're going to talk about how it is different in the rear seat. So you get specific leather that you can get, completely change the car the way you like it. They call it the manufacturer, where you can go and customize the car yourself, and that will only be available for the CB unit, the one that is the international unit that will be imported for you. The Indian unit will not have all those customization possible. And obviously there'll be a price difference to that. But as we're sitting in the Indian unit, let's talk about the changes that you have seen from the S-Class. So the Maybach badging on the seats, on the rear of the seats. Now this could have been a yacht-like material on the international unit when you get it imported. The Burmeister speaker system is again top-notch, giving you 4D surround sound that we have experienced in the S-Class, but gets even better. Like the S-Class, you get the center armrest where you can keep your phone for charging, your wallet, you have a tablet that you can use to control the car. You also have a really nicely done phone holder. You can keep your phone here, vertically or horizontally, it's up to you. You also have more space at the back where you can keep stuff, you can keep glasses. If you go with the imported unit, there is no space in the middle. There's champagne glass holders that you saw in the Maybach GLS 600. The AC's controls are hidden inside. The Maybach badging has gone up. You can also keep your phone here, and definitely just with the press of a button, it's electrically controlled and shuts itself up. So lot of usage of the space that was available in the central tunnel. So this is the top of the line Mercedes that you can buy. Like the S680 Mercedes-Maybach is top of everything across the portfolio. So you can see this yacht-like wooden texture that you can go. So that is the level of customization that you can get from this vehicle. And that's why it is so exclusive, so exquisite. And that's why you end up paying more than 3.5 crore, which is the ex-showroom price. And if you talk about all the badging, there's Maybach badging right under the AC unit here. There's also 2 Type-C ports, 2 HDMI ports right there for you. Now all the luxury, all the space, all the features that you get, there's something that always tops it, and that's safety. And Mercedes has always been on the top of it. And this car is one of the few cars in the world that have 13 airbags. Yes, you heard it right, 13 airbags. This is front airbags, side airbags, curtain airbags, and even the seat belts have airbags. That's not something that we've seen in the past. So there are airbags in the seat belts also, and you can feel it when you pull the seat belt. You can see right here, it says belt bag, because these are also in a way safety measures if you see it, because this is the epitome of luxury. It's top and much more than anything you can buy in the market. So safety comes first, and that's what they've taken care of. I'm not sure if there is more legroom than the S-Class, because we were recently driving the S450, and I certainly feel there's more space in this car. What we can do is, obviously, you can go for a full recline in this car also, like you can get in the S-Class. You can get that Chauffeur package, which makes your seat tilt to 45-degree angle, and this can go right up front. You can sit almost like flat and enjoy the first class experience in this car. Now it's more about how it drives, how it feels. That we'll be talking about when we drive this car. But first, let's just move to the front and talk about, because we started this video from this seat because this is where most people will be sitting. It's a chauffeur driven car for sure, because this is the VIP seat. This is where all the things happen, and you can also enjoy this screen, watch your favorite OTT content, connect your laptop, do whatever. I mean, this is the seat you want to be. It's like your home, your work, your office, your everything. Because when you're spending so much money, like it's almost like buying a flat in Mumbai, and you can get this car for that price. So let's move ahead and talk about what are the changes in the front. So if you ask me what differentiates or defines Maybach from a regular car, or maybe the S-Class also, it's the sense of entitlement, it's the sense of exclusivity that you get in this car. The Maybach badging on the steering, the cushions, everywhere you're reminded that you're in a Maybach. And that exclusive feature set just is not for the hardware or maybe the badging or the symbols across the car. It's also in the car. When you go to dynamic mode, where you're changing drive modes of the car, you can actually go to a Maybach mode, which is exclusive to Maybach cars, and we had experienced it in the GLX 600, and it is class apart. We can go on and on about the detail of how it defines the Maybach mode and how it makes the car even more hush, how it starts from second gear, not the first gear, so that there is no jerk, like the slightest of jerk to the person sitting at the VIP seat. So all these things are taken care in the Maybach mode. And when you're sitting in the car, driving the car, and you look at the hood, it's really different from what you've seen even on the S-Class. Yes, the S-Class definitely has the Mercedes hood ornament, but the silver trims line running across the bonnet, dividing it into two, that bulge in the center, such a beauty. It's like reminding you of the classic cars which had this, really bulging hood. This is something very similar, because when you're sitting there, this angle where you see this metal strip running across the bonnet in the center, dead center, there is a bulge right there, which looks really, really nice and fancy. And you know that you're in a Maybach. And everything about this car is exquisite. You look at this carbon fiber type pattern running across the dashboard, these buttons that open it, the seats, the fabric, whatever you see in the car, you'll feel that there's something more than what you have experienced in the S-Class, and that's what defines Maybach. So we can't wait to drive both the 680, the S680 Maybach, and the S580 Maybach. This is the S580 Maybach. We're sitting in the Indian version, which doesn't come with the V12 engine, but it's still very powerful. The S680 is one that will be really exclusive and hard to get. There'll be a lot of waiting, a lot of people wanting to get it. And who doesn't want a V12 engine in such a beautiful car? So that was our first look of the S-Class Maybach in India, the S580 and the S680. These are just the first looks. We have very much of time constraint. Everybody's waiting. There are very few units available. So we're just gonna rush our video and talk about in detail when we get to drive the car, test the drive to the limit. So we just showed you all the sedans, saloons and limos Mercedes-Benz sells, from the A-Class to the C to the E to the S and to the S Maybach. So if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching the Unbiased Vlog.